Sarah didn't say anything at first. She sat down slowly behind the library desk, her fingers trembling as they traced the edge of an old reference catalog. I stood nearby, unsure if I should sit or remain standing. I felt like I was holding a bomb with a timer I couldn't see. "Do you know," she said quietly, "that I used to make up stories about him? About where he went?" I sat down. "What kind of stories?" "The usual kid stuff: pirate ship, secret agent, time traveler." She smiled bitterly. "Sometimes I'd say he was in witness protection, or that he lost his memory and was living in Paris with a new name and a piano." "Did any part of you believe it?" She shook her head. "Not really, but I needed to believe he wasn't just gone." I reached into my jacket and placed the torn photograph gently on the table between us. Her hand hovered over it, hesitant, like it might burn. "I have the other half," I said. "He carries it with him. He gave it to me the day I found him." She stared at it. "I remember this picture," she whispered. "Mom said it was taken at the lake house, just before—" She stopped. Then she touched it, just once. "He said your name," I said. "He remembered everything: your yellow dress, the sound of your laugh, the last moment he saw you." Sarah looked up at me with eyes full of something I couldn't name. Not quite tears, not quite rage. "Why did he leave?" I didn't answer. "I want to know," she said again. "Did he tell you?" "No," I said. "Only that some answers don't matter anymore. That this one does." She sat in silence. The clock ticked behind us. Then she said, "He doesn't deserve to see me." I nodded. "Maybe not. But I think I need to see him." Her voice cracked. "I don't know why. I think I hate him. But I also think, if I don't look him in the eyes before he dies, I'll regret it." So we went. The drive back to the hospital was quiet. Major sat between us in the back seat, his head resting on Sarah's lap like they'd known each other forever. She ran her hand over his fur, her eyes locked on the passing trees. "I always wanted a dog," she said softly. "But my mom couldn't afford one." "He never went anywhere without this one," I said. "It's like the dog kept him human." Sarah didn't answer. She just kept petting Major like he was the only thing holding her together. When we arrived, the nurse at the desk gave us a small smile. "He's awake," she said. "But you should know he's fading. We're doing what we can." We entered the room together. Colin's eyes were open, though glassy. He looked smaller than before, as if time had finally caught up with him. When he saw Sarah, something in him cracked. His breath caught. He tried to speak. She stepped forward, trembling. "It's me," she said. "Sarah." His mouth moved, but no sound came out. "I'm not here to forgive you," she said, her voice shaking. "I'm not here to make peace. I needed to see you." He closed his eyes. A tear rolled down his cheek. "I waited," he whispered. "So long." "You didn't come back," she said. "I was afraid you wouldn't want me." She knelt beside the bed. "I didn't, but I think I still needed you." Silence. Then he reached for her hand. She hesitated, and then gave it to him. They didn't speak for a while, and for once, silence said enough. That night, he told her everything. Not to me, just to her. I waited outside the room, giving them what little time they had. I don't know what he said, and I never asked. But when she came out hours later, her face was streaked with tears. Not just from grief, but from years of weight she had finally let go. "Is he sleeping?" I asked. She nodded. "Did he say what he wanted me to do next?" "No," she said. "He said you already did it." He died 2 days later, in his sleep, peacefully. Major never left his side. We buried him just outside Rosenvale by a patch of trees that turned gold in autumn. Sarah chose the spot. She didn't invite anyone, just me, the dog, and the wind. She placed the full photograph on his grave. Reunited. What remains? After the funeral, the town went quiet again. Rosenvale wasn't the kind of place where people made noise about grief. It settled into the cracks of sidewalks, behind the curtains of quiet kitchens, inside the unspoken pauses of small talk. It was a town that knew how to carry silence. Sarah stayed for a while. She didn't say how long she planned to, just that she wasn't ready to go back to her old life right away. I didn't blame her. She'd spent 31 years building walls, and in the span of 4 days, someone had walked through every one of them. She invited me for coffee one morning at the diner. The same seat, the same waitress. But something was different. Her shoulders weren't as tight. Her voice had softened. "Do you think he really loved us?" she asked, staring into her mug. "I think he never stopped," I said. "I just think he didn't know how to come back." She nodded. "That's the part I hated the most, that I'd never get to ask. And now I don't have to. I think I already know." She smiled faintly, then looked out the window. "I'm going to keep the lake house," she said. "It's old and broken and full of ghosts, but it's ours. I think he'd like that." She looked at me. "Thank you for finding me. You didn't have to." "No," I said, "but I think I did." Major stayed with me. Sarah said he chose for himself. That first night after the funeral, he followed me back to the car and climbed in like it was his own decision. He didn't look back. I called his name once, just to check. He turned, gave a quiet wag of his tail, and looked forward again. So that was that. I went back to my old life after that. But something in me had shifted. I still drive highways, still stop when I see someone walking alone. But now, I carry something with me. A folded photo in my glove compartment, two halves taped together, smiling back at me from the past. And sometimes, when the world feels loud and uncertain, I pull over, sit with Major by the side of the road, and remember the man who waited a lifetime to be found, and the daughter who chose, against all odds, to forgive.